Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are. Welcome back everyone. Oh god damn it. Here we are. Welcome back everyone. Oh god damn it. Here we are. Welcome back everyone. One day I will learn to not infinitely loop myself on the start of my stream. So we are back with chapter 2, page 111, and I'm going to resume my journey. And you know what this means? Me doing this a second time means it wasn't just a one-off fixation. I lasted a whole week of wanting to do this, and maybe that means we won't go all the way. But 2 points make a line, you know? So now I'm on a path. Now I'm on a trajectory. It's not just a one-off anymore. I even downloaded a PNG tuber thing to see if I can get my bird to animate. So stay tuned. Alright, let's just dive into it. I got my water bottle here for all my crazy voices I'm going to be doing. For a little recap, we met John. We met 2 of his internet friends, kind of 3, but barely. And John just got Esperb from his dad after our first strife. And he went back into his room, and he decided to open the browser and go to mspaintadventures.com. You decide to space out on the computer for a while before doing anything important. You open the Typheus web browser and direct it to what is indisputably the most amazing website ever created. Just a little self-congratulatory thing there, the first of many. MS Paint Adventures, the Midnight Crew. In the image here it says, "You are a member of a sinister gang called the Midnight Crew. Your nefarious plots are serpentine in their complexity, your schemes convoluted. You are planning a heist in your underground hideout. What will you do?" Just remember this. Take a good look at it and remember this. I will say this is basically just a parody of Problem Sleuth, which was, instead of being a gang, there were a bunch of detectives, but there's like a batch of 4 detective guys who very much looked like these 4 dudes. So it's kind of an extension of the previous existing piece. The new adventure is okay, but you're not sure if you like it as much as the last one, which is of course referencing Homestuck compared to Problem Sleuth, only in, I guess, Homestuck's canon, it's not Homestuck, it's the Midnight Crew. Alright, John, install the Esperb beta, new page. You decide it's time for less meta, more beta. Meta, beta. I really want that to rhyme, but it doesn't. You insert the CD and install the Esperb beta. The weird thing here is it does rhyme visually. If you're not reading this out loud, that really lands. But reading it out loud, it doesn't. That's interesting. And it also just feels like an illustration of how frickin' terminally online this whole experience is. like the nonverbal quality of text. I feel like that's so vital to all of Homestuck. You insert the CD and install the Esperb beta. Next page. Got a little Esperb client is running. Esperb version 0.0.1. Skynet Systems Incorporated. All rights reserved. Waiting for server to establish connection. What the fuck is this? This is waiting for the Esperb client. Next page. John, bone up on data structures. You go into his closet. You go to your closet where you keep a lot of clothes and an array of handy computer programming guides, such as data structures, discrete mathematics, up caret cake, the ATH, dis, star, and automata. Next page. John, read data structures book. Data Structures for Assholes by Buckminster Funny Uncle. I think my rage just crapped its pants. Your ignorance just made me throw up a little. Get a clue, you computer illiterate piece of shit. Free fetch modus and back. You're not sure you really want to dig into this huge tome. It looks really boring and kind of ornery. Maybe you'll just check out that free modus instead. John, get the free fetch modus. Flip into the back. You turn to the back inside cover where a free fetch modus is included in a plastic sleeve. This one is dictated by the logic of a queue data structure, operating on a first in, first out method rather than a first in, last out method of a stack, which is what we currently have. John, apply the fetch modus to the Sylladex. Got a little animation here. Items chaptalogged in your Sylladex are no longer immediately accessible. You can only use the item on the bottom card, which must wait for the items on the upper card to be pushed back to it. For instance, the red package is now inaccessible. You can only use the razor at the moment. This modus doesn't strike you as a significant upgrade to your previous one. In fact, it almost seems more inconvenient. You figure you might as well give it a chance though. John, switch back to stack modus. You suddenly wonder if this is even possible. You don't even remember if you ever had a physical card for the stack modus. You find this all to be a little abstract, and you'd prefer not to think about it too much. John is engaging with the constructs of the game. John, put down the razor. Next page. Put it down? You're not quite sure you understand. John, pick up 2 items. Next page. You capture log one of the cakes. You finally found a use for all these loitering pastries. Dead weight. Little animation of picking up a cake. John, get another cake. Ooh. Oh, you know, I just noticed he cuts off his hair by the razor flying out of his Sylladex. The second cake causes the razor to launch out of the front of your Sylladex. Oh, good lord. That beautiful face. You wish the razor would have failed to launch. We stabbed Matthew McConaughey right in the forehead. John, get more stuff. Here's an image of a bunch more stuff. You open your magic chest and you capture log one of your favorite books of all time, Wise Guy by Mike Cavaney. There goes the fresh towel. John, might as well grab those cuffs. Oh man. The PDA is forcibly ejected out of the stack modus. You take the trick handcuffs, expelling the PDA like a bullet, and it shatters the window. God damn it. John, open up that package. 2EB from TG. You examine the package. It is from one of your internet chums. It's bound in packing tape, though. You'll need something sharp to open it. Ah, of course, the razor. It's all so simple. You wonder why you didn't. John, get the razor. And we eject the package into our head. John, pick up the package again. And the razor shoots out the cake shoots out the back into Matthew McConaughey's face. Let's take this from the top. John, capture log glass shards. Bunch of glass shards. And we shoot out the cake book and handcuffs. You take 3 glass shards in quick succession and duck for cover. Your Sylladex rains devastation on your room from above. And now that your cards are packed with glass, you probably don't want to do that again anytime soon. Next page. You should probably go get that stuff before you forget. All the stuff outside. John, use the razor on the red package. You open the package. There's something suspicious inside. Something suspiciously dirty and smelly. It is a stuffed bunny. Much like the one held hostage briefly by Malkovich's Cyrus the Virus, while taunting hard luck protagonist Cameron Poe, and strikingly similar to the one scooped up from the soot of a burning Vegas strip by Cage's Poe and offered to his daughter, a gesture symbolic of a tattered exterior surrounding a heart of gold. Poe wasn't much to look at, but he was a good man. But no, this is not merely like that bunny. According to this note of authenticity, it is the very same bunny. This is so awesome. And of course we got a link here. This is if you remember that clip from the first chapter where he's like, put the bunny back in the box. It's this bunny. It's the bunny he got for his daughter. And that's John Malkovich holding a gun to this bunny. I really appreciate that this application just puts some of these images right into the program. That's pretty sick. I think previously this would have opened up to a new tab. John, check status of SBIRD beta. Next page. Looks like your computer is trying to get your attention. John, look at monitor. SBIRD host user is attempting to connect with you. Client has established connection with host. Press enter when ready. John, check the Pesterchum window. Oh yeah, here we go. TT, technical therapist, began pestering ectobiologist at 1708. It looks you managed to retrieve the beta. Excellent. I'm going to try to connect. Whoa, okay, but I just got to the most awesome present. The rabbit? So sweet! I've heard tales of this wretched creature often. Its Homeric legend is practically ensconced in the fold of my personal mythology by now. Haha, what? Why don't we focus on the matter at hand? Oh, the game. Okay. I don't really know how this works. What am I even looking at here? You are running the client application. I am running the server, so I am the host user. I've established a connection with you. This is sufficient for us to play the game. Oh, okay then. Why don't we get started? John, press enter. Here we go, everybody. And it's just loading. Oh, we got a flash animation. Get your ears ready, and hopefully I won't burst your eardrums with this one. Oh, shit. I forgot that this song was so early. That song, it slaps. Suburban Jungle, it's actually on Spotify. Michael Guy Bowman, I listen to that all the time in high school. I really need to figure out how to animate my dude because I was literally dancing. I don't know if you could just hear it through my mic or something. I love that song. And the Spirograph freaking out. And now we can play S-Burb. Yay! Next page. Mouse over the interface button. AH. Now what? I don't know what that stands for. Andrew Hussey. Must be. That's the author of Homestuck. And this is just the best, right? I can select, I can revise, I can deploy, I can get the Fernalia registry, I can get the Grist cache, the Explore Athenium, an Alchemy Excursus. And there's all these little buttons on it to play S-Burb. And look, I'm looking at John through the S-Burb sort of game format. So now we're playing a game about the game already, right? Like we're playing S-Burb in Homestuck, which is in itself a game. Okay, next page. TT, select magic chest, and we've shifted perspectives. Now we're playing as TT, not John. Select the magic chest. Oh, what's that under there? TT, zoom out. Ooh, okay, and we can shift perspective. We can zoom out, look at the house as a whole. TT, drop the chest. Oh, I'll just put this chest right up here on the roof. Whoa, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm just getting a feel for the controls. Is my magic chest on the roof now? Yes. Sad face. I will try to be more careful next time. John, get the card. Oh yeah. Nice little animation here. Oh, look how happy he is. Whoa, and I just realized that his shirt changed color. I think that might be a mistake. I don't think that that's supposed to have happened. And I wonder if it's significant of something. You find your missing stack fetch modus. Like, there's very few mistakes in this whole thing, and a lot of the mistakes that are made get, like, intentionally addressed later on. And so I'm wondering if this is just one of the few actual mistakes. You find your missing stack fetch modus and quickly reapply it to your Sylladex. You can now opt for either the stack or queue modus anytime. You toggle between your fetch modi with gleeful abandon. Yay! Oh, you know what? I also just had a really cool idea. So these Homestuck books, they tried to do them in they tried to release Homestuck in print. This is a little aside. And Viz Comics is the company that did it, and they discontinued it after 6 volumes, which did not even get to the halfway point of Homestuck. Like, it started with the trolls, which you've probably seen the trolls on the internet, because that's what Homestuck is, like, I would say famous for, or infamous for, I guess I should say. Um, but in the books, they have little author notes from Andrew Hussey, and I'm curious if he would comment on that because sometimes he like makes jokes and stuff in the written version of it. Ugh, so meta. Okay, next page. It looks like your dad is leaving again for more baking supplies. You're relieved to have the house to yourself again, if only for a few minutes. You just hope he doesn't notice the magic chest on the roof, or all the shit that you threw out the window for that matter. TT, select stuff in yard and move it back into room. Pestalog chat. EB. Hey, do you think you could do me a favor? Can you grab all that stuff outside my broken window and bring it in for me? TT. I'll give it a shot. Thanks. No luck. It appears to be out of range. I'm guessing it is too far away from you, the player. John. Sad face. Meh. TT. Select John. You cannot select the player. John abjures the meddlesome cursor. Little animation. It's a classic. TT. Select Bunny. Oh yeah. TT. Put the bunny back in the box. Oh, John's so happy in this animation. TT, revise room. Oh, okay. Now we're cooking. Dunk. Oh, the poster clipped back. That's interesting. Next page. Whoa, little animation. This is kind of important to the relevancy of how SBIRB works. TT, open Fernalia registry. Okay, there's a bunch of items here. The Crux Truder, the Totem Lathe, and the Alchemitter. You're going to want to look at these animations. TT, deploy Totem Lathe. Or Lathe? Totem Lathe. Totem Lathe. Here we are. John, examine the Totem Lathe. He's just so unfazed by this. You don't know what the heck this thing does, but it looks neat. TT, open the grist chest. Cache. Grist cache. Show pester log. Oh, look, we got all of our grist here. Okay. TT. It seems expanding the dimensions of your room cost us some build grist, but deploying the lathe did not appear to incur any expense. It looks like certain objects are freebies, probably to help you set up the game. Wow, okay. What do they do? I think it's up to you to find out. All I can do is drop stuff in your house and move it around, apparently. How do I move stuff around? It sounds fun. I don't think you can as the client. You will need to install the server application. You should have received both in separate envelopes. I am running both on my computer right now. What? Did you get another envelope in the mail? No. Once you install the server and establish a connection, I'm sure you will be able to manipulate my environment in the same manner. Are you sure you didn't get it? Oh man, I think I might know where it is. Next page. Uh-oh. It's in the car. Pestalog. Now that your room is bigger, why don't you move to the far corner? It will extend the range of the cursor, and I can reach the items. Which you threw out the window for some reason? Good idea! What have you been doing in here all afternoon, anyway? Ugh, I was fussing with my... Oh, okay, so here's the first of many words that is a sign that this was written in 2009. And I have a choice to make here of do I say it or not? And I'm going to be on record and say I don't condone the use of this word. But also, I don't know. I remember, this is sort of a side story. I remember being in high school and my English teacher, we were reading probably like some sort of banned book, classic literature. Maybe it was To Kill a Mockingbird or something. And there was the N word. And my teacher had a whole conversation about, like, obviously we don't use this word, obviously it's a slur, but she still said it. And I was like, holy shit. And hearing that felt really bad at the moment. But I respect, right? If we're looking at something from a historical lens, like, you have to understand it from the perspective of the time, but also I don't want to condone any of those things, and I am in 2025. I'm not in 2009, right? So I think, just for out of my own personal comfort, I'm not going to say it. I'm just going to say the R word. Um, but you can read it, and it is a product of its times. And I honestly, believe it or not, they kind of address some of this in some ways way down the line, like once it's clearly out of date. Because, you write a 7-year long interactive piece, all of the characters are changing, the authors are changing, the audience is changing, culture is changing while it's being made. And so they stop using this word down the line, but for now, I'm just going to call it the R word. Ugh. I was fussing with my R word Sylladex, but I think I have it under control now. What modus do you use? TT. I like to use trees. Oh no, that sounds so awkward. It's not exceptionally practical, but I think they are elegant. John. Stand in corner. Next page. Alright, we got the PDA back. John's happy. Oh, I don't like that smile. That's weird. TT. Deploy Cruxtruder. Next page. We got a pre-punched card. We got the Cruxtruder. We're going to put that down in the living room. Boom. Shakes the house. TT. Deploy the Alchemitter. And we're going to put this Alchemitter where there's space. Outside. Show Pestilog. John. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Also, I should say that's not John. It's EB, because this is only in Pestilog, and that's important. Why is the floor shaking? Are you dropping more stuff in my house? Yes. 2 more large gizmos. Sweet! What is with all these big contraptions? If I had to guess, they appear to facilitate a sort of system involving punch card-based alchemy. Huh. To what end? I mean, what are we supposed to be doing in this game? That remains to be seen. Maybe you should go investigate? John, get the PDA. Next page. Alright, now we have the PDA. We can take a look at this. Oh, we're opening up the Serious Business app for our dad. I'm going to read this. The following matters have been submitted in a frank and forthright manner for Pipefan 413. There it is! 413, everybody! Homestuck's magic number, April 13th. The date that it started. And also John's birthday in canon. Pipefan 413's judicious appraisal. Gray Slacks, 66, 1724. Decided to return home for fresh tie. Soiled tie will be laundered immediately upon return. Well-pressed attire, 1723. Used ballpoint pen to roll up tip of cloth. Extract pen. Press rolled cloth against ceramic surface, e.g. restroom sink. In future, consider repositioning hat hook and or coffee pot. Office urchin, 1280. Photographic documentation of incident. Gray Slack, 66. Was posturing unevenly to reach for hat on wall hook. Tip of tie slipped in open mouth of pot. Duration of dunk, approximately 3 seconds. Too busy for this. Please elab on incident. Gray Slack, 66. Need counsel on removing coffee from necktie. Incident occurred 45 seconds ago. Beverage essences rapidly settling into fabric. This is some serious business. You grab the PDA, switching back to stack modus so it is readily accessible. The interface is oddly sterile. No hilarious clown wallpapers or anything like that. Oops, you mean Harlequin wallpapers. The serious business application is open. It seems your dad uses it to keep tabs on various acquaintances. His fellow street performers, maybe? You guess the performing arts must be pretty serious business after all. John, install Pesterchum. This should be useful. Now you can keep tabs on your chums while you wander around the house. John, go out to balcony. Show Pestilog. Hey, I'm out on the balcony now. I'm messaging from my dad's PDA. The one you threw into the yard? No, I'm telling you, it jumped out of my Sylladex like a frightened weasel. What were you doing with it in the first place? I'm not sensing a lot of regard for the personal property of others. Is this how your pent-up frustration with your father manifests itself? What? No. Those were all accidents. Please take your psycho-babblery elsewhere, miss. Your bathroom is a mess. Did you see that too? Oh man, see, this isn't cool. All this snooping nonsense. There's a cake in the toilet. Yes, there is. I'm tempted to clean it up for you. Okay, if that will satisfy your weird OCD complex, then go ahead. My obsessive compulsive disorder complex? Can a disorder also be a complex? In your case, probably. Sounds complicated. Anyway, I'm going to have a look at this enormous platformy thing you put on the balcony. They are such 13-year-olds. Internet 13-year-olds. Obsessive compulsive disorder complex. Just because of some information that I have about my background, obsessive compulsive disorder is not a complex, but it is both an obsessive compulsive disorder, and there's also obsessive compulsive personality disorder. So theoretically, you might be able to have both the personality disorder and also the obsessive compulsive disorder. It's very confusing. John, examine alchemitter in a cautious manner. You have no idea what to do with this thing. You can't find any controls for it. Having exhausted all other possibilities, you just decide to stand on it. This isn't very cautious of you, actually. John, look through telescope. Right at the sun? Damn. It is a clear, sunny day. Nothing out of the ordinary to report, at least not beyond the walls of your home. I love this little drawn sun. It's just white. TT, grab the soiled toilet. Nice little animation of ripping the toilet out of the ground. Pestolog, TT. Whoops. EB. Whoops, what? And it's caught some build grist to move things around. Let's just put that outside. John. Or EB, sorry. What is that noise? Is this something I should go investigate? No, I have it under control. You can keep playing with your telescope. John, investigate. Dow! That's the face he's making. The Homer Simpson dow. Ooh, now we can look down in the room below the bathroom. Pestolog, John. Oh, EB, this is killing me. Thankfully, I haven't spoiled the characters' names yet, but... Ugh! I think I can patch it up. Just give me a little space. Why don't you go have a look at the crux shooter? The what? The thing I put in your living room. John, hop down the hole. You jump down to the utility room, like a little ninja. John, get the sledgehammer and the card. Nice. Upgrade. You take the sledgehammer and the captchalogue card, combine the two, and quickly apply it to your strife specibus. You think it's cool that things don't always have to be a federal fucking issue. It looks like another one of your chums is pestering you on your PDA. John, answer chum. Ooh, it's Garden Gnostic. Garden Gnostic began pestering ectobiologists at 1725. Okay, now I gotta put some effort in this voice. John, did you get my package? Oh, hey. No, not yet. Darn, are you sure? It was a green box. Oh, yes, but it is in my dad's car, and he is still out at the store. He should be back soon. Great. So, what are you up to today? I am up to my neck in this Esperb stuff. TT is making a royal mess of my house. LOL. What's Esperb? Oh, it is this game. It's okay, I guess. I'm still figuring it out. Whoa, what was that? What was what? There was a loud noise outside my house. It sounded like an explosion. Wow, really? I will go outside and look. Oh man, all right, but be careful, okay? I will. I don't love this voice, but I don't know, I'll workshop it. John, might as well check out the crux shooter. Next page. EB. Oh, hell no. You put this thing in front of the door? There's a door there? Yeah? I didn't see it. I just thought it fit nicely into that groove. You mean you thought it was elegant? Okay, well, what do I do with this thing? Hello? What are you doing up there now? Next page. Ripping the bathtub out of the bathroom. TT. Oh, fuck. John, examine wheel on the crux shooter. When you turn the wheel, something seems to be pushing up from underneath the lid, but you aren't strong enough to make the lid come off. So, weirdly, they just never explain when you can and can't interact with things with your hands. It's all very obscure. And also, I love how John's like glasses are his eyes, but there's no line in the middle connecting his glasses. Like those are just his eyes, but they're not. Next page. TT, put bathtub in the driveway. On the tub's journey to the driveway, the connection is interrupted. Connection lost. John, scold TT. Next page. Hop in the bathtub. EB, you can see me, right? Tell me what is wrong with this picture. Sorry, I keep losing the wireless signal. Must be the weather. I would look for a stronger signal in another part of the house, but I'd rather not risk an encounter with my mother. I battled through her cloud of gin and derision once already this evening. Haha, yeah, I hear you. Yes, cake, gestures, unfaltering love and support. Quite a road to hoe there. Though I suppose I'm complicit for not informing social services about your situation. I know! What about going outside? Maybe you could catch a neighbor's signal. That presents the same problem. Also, it's raining, remember? And dark. It's dark already? Yes, the sun has already had its way with us here on the East Coast. Its lurid glare has moved on to younger time zones. Haha, okay. John, hit Cruxtreater with sledgehammer. Oh, he's winding up. TT. Oh, he's too weak. He can't do it. TT. Need some help? Pick up sledgehammer. Next page. Little animation. Bonk. Ah. Next page. You're gonna watch this little zippy doodad. That's the noise I imagine this makes. There is no noise, but that's the sound I'm imagining. Next page. Oh, it's the magic number again. 413. Counting down. Show Pesterlog. John, what is this thing? And what is that clock counting down? TT, I've been looking at the GameFAQ walkthroughs to figure some of this stuff out. Hold while I read further. Okay. All of these walkthroughs are extremely short. None progress much further than this point. Weird. Well, I mean, it is a new game. True. Now that the lid is off, you will need to extrude some cruxite. John, turn wheel again. You extrude one cruxite dowel. John, get cruxite. This is a nice little animation. Zip. Capture log that. Show Pesterlog. I feel like we should be hurrying. That countdown is making me nervous. John? Oh, your PDA is trapped under the cruxite now, isn't it? Anyways, it looks like you are going to need this card too. John, TT, deploy pre-punched card. Okay, we got the little card. John, get the card. A shard of glass is expelled from the deck and maims the Harlequin doll. Cuts off its little head. John, capture log fanciful Harlequins. Get a couple more Harlequins in the deck. Shing! You take 2 fanciful Harlequins. The last additional useless freight pushes your PDA to the last card. You then switch to the Q modus so you can access the PDA. More glass shrapnel flies from the deck. And take a good look at this. Take a good look at this, and I will say no more. Next page. Show Pesterlog. EB. This thing keeps following me around. I think it's trying to talk to me or something. That is probably the kernel sprite. It apparently needs to be prototyped. Twice, actually. Whatever the hell that means. These walkthroughs are horrendously written. Okay. Well, you're the one with the cursor, so just do whatever you think is the right thing to do. Also, fix my bathroom. TT. Dropped maimed Harlequin into kernel sprite. Next page. We got a little important animation here. Zing! It keeps on whiting out. S. Sound. Animation. Go ahead and watch this. Here we go. The kernel sprite has been prototyped with the Harlequin doll. Now it's got a little face. And you got all the details here. Alright. The fleur de lis. Show pester log. I still can't understand this thing's gobbledygook. That was only tier 1 prototyping. There is still another tier to prototyping process, for which for all we know merely advances this entity through increasingly esoteric states of linguistics. The clock is ticking. We don't have time for this asinine tomfoolery, this unmitigated poppycock, extravagant hogwash. Okay, stop. Stop typing whatever silly thing you're typing. I'm going upstairs to the big platformy thing. The alchemitter? Question marks? Try to learn the lingo. John, use pre-punched card with the alchemitter. There is no slot for a card anywhere to be found on the alchemitter. The kernel sprite followed you upstairs. TT, explore Athenium. Alright, let's look here. We got a perfectly generic object. Acquiring a Cruxite dowel seems to have populated the Athenium with one item, a perfectly generic object. John, capture log the telescope. Oh, we launched our PDA. You snatched the telescope from its tripod. Who knows? It might be useful, but more importantly, it pushes the Cruxite to the last card, making it available for tinkering. The PDA is predictably jettisoned into the yard over the neighbor's fence. John, put Cruxite on weird pattern on alchemitter. I love all these made-up words. You place the Cruxite dowel on the alchemitter's small pedestal. Something is happening. Next page. Little animation here. Okay. Next page. You set the alchemitter to cast 3 perfectly generic objects, for some reason expending a total of 6 units of build grist. So it costs grist to generate things. These things look I'm using my TT voice. These things look completely useless. What a waste! Out of the corner of your eye, you notice there's something in the sky. John, switch modus and use telescope to inspect the sky. You switch back to the stack modus and get a closer look with your telescope. Whatever it is, the kernel sprite seems particularly agitated about it. Next page. What's that little thing? A little visual. Next page. Oh shit. Countdown. 306, 305, 304, 303, 302, 301. How long does this one go? Oh, just from 10 to 0. And we got a meteor. Next page. You're no astronomer, but its trajectory looks suspiciously head-on with your current perspective. This is a troubling development. John, high-five the kernel sprite. You figure you've left him hanging long enough. John, attempt to ingest a unit of build grist. Huh? It is tempting because they strongly resemble Rockin' Blue Raspberry Gushers. However, units of build grist are a gaming abstraction and do not seem to exist on the physical plane. There is apparently no crisis so imminent that will deter you from contemplating idiotic and frivolous actions. We gotta love this. This is classic. And also just so not 2009, I don't think. Maybe it is. When did that? Okay, I'm tempted to go on another Google search. I'm gonna look up when did Rockin' Blue Raspberry Gushers release. Answering overwhelming demands from fans. Oh, this is 2025 from General Mills. That's not what I want. Gushers, Fruit Gushers, History, FAQ, and Flavor Pictures. Gushers, fruit-flavored snacks. I'm not finding anything. If anybody knows when this flavor actually came out, I feel like that would be important. Fruit Gushers were first made in 1991. Rockin' Blue Raspberry, Fruit Gushers. When did these release? It says I can buy them still. Oh, no, I can't. I don't know. There's a TikTok review of the Blue Raspberry Gushers, but that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the Rockin' Blue Raspberry. It's been scrubbed. It's been scrubbed from the internet. I don't know. I can't find it. It's unimportant. We do only have 3 minutes before this meteor, well, does something. TT, your dad is getting home. John, what did you do with your PDA this time? I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. TT, revise bathroom. Thunk. Fix the floor. Nice. Dad is confused. He can't get into the house. And why is there a toilet out here? John, run to your room and contact TT through Pester Chum. 2 chums have been trying to message you. John, answer chums. Show Pester log. I'm working on the bathroom, but we are running low on build grist. Oh man, who cares about the bathroom now? There's a meteor headed for my house. I see. Do you suppose it has anything to do with the game? I don't know, maybe. What do I do? I think it's very likely. The walkthroughs vaguely suggest an impending threat before they end. The already poorly constructed sentences become even more curt and ambiguous, as if written hastily and with a sense of alarm. Actually, their dedication to updating the walkthrough under such circumstances is admirable. Wow, fascinating! Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. If the meteor is a game construct, I think the only thing to do is to proceed and try to solve the dilemma on the game's terms. Try using the lathe. It says you can use the card on it, but isn't more specific than that. Okay, I'll do that. Really, it is a labor to read this drivel. If I read any more, my brain will need to be spoon-fed from a jar, while it blows spit bubbles in a high chair. I think I will write my own walkthrough. That is, after making sure you don't die. Turntake Godhead began pestering ectobiologists at 1734. I heard you got the box. I hope you appreciate my heroic fatherly perseverance in getting it to you, in my rough and tumble, dirty, wife-beaterly sort of way. Also, I hope you appreciate how many no-talent douches had their mitts on that bunny before you. It's like a grubby baton in some huge douchebag marathon. Hey, where are you? Oh man, the bunny was awesome, but I don't have time to talk. I'm playing Esburb, and it's kind of a nightmare. TT is breaking everything in my house. Dude, I told you to steer clear of that game. And for that matter, you should probably wash your hands of flighty broads and their snarky horseshit altogether. And now there's a meteor coming, and I'm not even joking about that. It's like a big asteroid or comet or something in the sky, headed right for my house. Oh man, how big is it? I don't know. Big, I guess. I gotta go. We'll talk later if I'm still alive and the Earth isn't blown up. Like the size of Texas? Or just Rhode Island? They're always throwing around these geographical comparisons to give us a sense of scale, like it really means anything to us. But it doesn't matter. It's always just like, wow, that's pretty fucking big. Like, Mr. President, there's a meteor coming, sir. Oh yeah, how big is it? It's the size of Texas, sir. Oh shit. Or, how big is it? It's the size of New York City, sir. Oh shit. Sir, I'm afraid the comet is the size of your mom's dick. Oh snap. Sir, are you familiar with Jupiter? You mean like the planet? Yeah. Well, it's that big, sir. That sounds pretty big. I have a question. Is it Jupiter? Yes, sir. Earth is literally under siege by planet fucking Jupiter. Oh shit. Anyway, later. John, use pre-punch card on Totem Lathe. This is one of the all-time great TT's moments. Love that dude. Okay, John, use pre-punch card on Totem Lathe. You slip the pre-punched card into a slot on the Totem Lathe. Above, the tool arm deploys a configuration of chisels. Now, you just need something to lathe. John, take the Cruxite to the Totem Lathe. Cursing your lack of foresight, you return to the balcony for the Cruxite dowel you left on the pedestal. You navigate the hallway, leery of your dad, who is presently puzzling over the new fixture in his hallway. Huh? Okay, we got the toilet. We finally took the cake out. Got the toilet back. The perfect crime. Next page. You retrieve the Cruxite dowel. Dad just shrugs and heads back downstairs, presumably to do some more baking. If only he knew you were hard at work saving his ass. John, use the Cruxite dowel on totem lathe. You clamp the Cruxite in the lathe. John, activate the lathe. Zip. The lathe carves one totem. You take the totem. Show Pester log. Alright, I used the lathe to make this blue shapey thing. Now, I guess I take it back to the alchem mixer again? Hello? Tentacle therapist is no longer connected. And dunk. The bathtub lands right in front of the doorway. Connection lost. Countdown 209, 208. John is stuck in his room. Next page. Oh snap. A young lady stands in her bedroom. Due to a violent storm, her house has just lost power, along with her wireless internet connection. This has severed her link to a popular video game she was playing with a young man at a critical moment. That young man is relying on this young lady to re-establish a connection somehow. This young lady named... It's on the tip of your tongue. What was the name of this young lady again? Enter game. Flighty Broad. Durr. No, that wasn't it. One more time. Next page. Rose Lalonde. Ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba. Everybody gets the John Cena intro. Okay, examine room. Next page. Your name is Rose. As was previously mentioned, you are without electricity, although your laptop computer still functions on battery power. You have a variety of interests. You have a passion for rather obscure literature. You enjoy creative writing and are somewhat secretive about it. You have a fondness for the bestially strange and fictitious, and sometimes dabble in psychoanalysis. You also like to knit, and your room is a bit of a mess. And on occasion, if just the right one strikes your fancy, you like to play video games with your friends. What will you do? Rose, retrieve arms from the purple box. The purple package's contents are private. No one is allowed to look inside. And so now the character is interacting with, like, us as the audience, being like, you can't see what's in my stuff. Rose, writhe like a flagellum and puke on your bed. Ugh, what a terrible idea. The thought alone makes you sick to your stomach. Bleh. Rose, stroke writing journal and mutter, my precious. You would only resort to such embarrassing activity while no one was watching. These journals are for your eyes only. Rose is displaying an awareness that John did not. Rose, get violin. You captchalogue the violin, storing it in the root card of your Silodex. S. Rose, play a haunting refrain on the violin. Nice little sound animation coming up. Also, look at these drawings on the wall. Oh, I've never noticed this before. That guy's just holding a gun? I wonder where these images are from. You waste approximately 40 seconds playing the violin while your friend is in peril. Nice time management skills there, sweetheart. Aggrieve, violin refrain. Andrew Huo and Mark Hadley. Mark Hadley has been cooking up some music for Homestuck so far. John, tell Liv Tyler you love her before impact. Back to John. Since your good-for-nothing friend is obviously not going to bail you out in time, you issue words of parting fondness to dear, sweet Liv. Oh, if only Affleck could have been the one to make the final sacrifice instead of her stubborn, blue-collar, salt-of-the-earth father. Then she would fall into your arms for consolation, and you would be the one to make the deceased Bruce Willis proud. Well, I guess that's a spoiler for that movie. Rose, captchalogue knitting supply bag. We're back to Rose. You get the knitting bag. It occupies the left leaf card under the violin, per the tree modus's alphabetical sorting method. K is less than V. Rose, look out the window. Oh, we see outside. Flew on the poster on the wall. That's relevant. Your panoramic window offers a view of your yard below, and the mausoleum housing your dead cat, Jaspers, who died when you were young. Your mom had the structure erected with a spirit of scornful irony in response to your youthful, innocent request to hold a funeral for the animal. At least, that is how you've come to interpret the gesture in retrospect. You can also make out a silhouette of the laboratory next door, a facility which likely broadcasts a strong wireless internet signal. You may be able to connect to the signal from a different part of the house, perhaps if you seek higher ground? Rose, get laptop. You take the laptop and prepare to make the journey through the house. This causes the tree to be unbalanced, so your Silodex auto-balances itself. Now the laptop occupies the root card, while the other two items comprise the leaves. K is less than L, V is greater than L. You know, I never understood Rose's Silodex, and I don't think it matters, so don't worry about it. Rose, examine book on desk. Grimoire for summoning the zoologically dubious. This book is absolutely indispensable for enthusiasts of your ilk, of which there are very few. Rose, take the book. You take the grimoire. G is less than L, G is less than K. Rose, go explore the house. You leave your bedroom. Hanging just next to your door in the hallway is a painting of an exquisite wizard. Your mother collects these awful things, ironically. She must know how much you detest them, and there's no doubt in your mind that she stores these dreadful things in the house to bother you. Down the hall, to the right, is the way to the observatory. Perhaps you will be able to connect from up there? Your mother's room is also in that direction. You'll have to watch your step. Look at this classic wizard imagery. Got the unicorns, got the staff, got the bolt of lightning. Rose, tiptoe to observatory. You approach a juncture in the hallway. Beyond the juncture is the observatory. Got some more wizards. Next page. A little animation. Bum-bum. Striking a pose. Rose, sneak by. Gonna watch this. Bum-bum. The mom's gone. Next page. More wizards. An observatory symbol. More wizard statues. This door leads up to the observatory. You haven't ventured up there in quite some time. Rose, go through the door. The door opens to an exterior walkway leading to the observatory entrance. You've seen less inclement weather before. Oh, the things you'll do to help out a friend. It's crazy that there's no railing on that. That's like very chic, but also dangerous. Rose, hurry up to that observatory. Rose, try to reconnect. You first put your laptop down on the floor to get it situated, but removing it from the root card causes all the branches and leaves to be severed. Your items are dumped unceremoniously on the floor. Rose, see what you can observe. You're in a hurry, but sure, that doesn't mean you can't take a moment to peek through the huge telescope. You find a gap in the clouds. It seems a flurry of smaller meteoroids is streaking steadily overhead. You're not sure what this means, but it is somewhat disconcerting. Rose, stack laptop on grimoire to maximize elevation. She does that. Oh, look at how happy she is. You'll need every advantage you can get. Rose, access laboratory Wi-Fi network. There are several signals being broadcast from the laboratory, each of relatively decent strength. One of them is mysteriously and quite conveniently unsecured, requiring no password. You select the signal and reconnect to the game with John. You might want to take a look at, this is Rose's laptop background. It's kind of funny. There's like oh, there's John. Game facts. We got her web browser, detritus, scraps, hard drive, and there's like a lady with a parasol and tentacles. Very Lovecraftian. Alright, next page. 41 seconds. 40 seconds. John's freaking out. Pesterlog. I'm back. Hurry and open up my door. Not that it even matters. I think I'm probably dead no matter what. Patience. You still haven't used the new totem. Question mark, question mark, question mark. I believe it will create the item on the punch card. So what is it? Like an apple or something? What good will that even do? We'll see. I found no evidence that anyone has successfully created the item, and the content of the card appears to be variable from session to session. In one instance, it was described as an eggy locking thing. Sick. Do we have enough of those building jewels to make it? According to the Athenum, it is a free item. Now, this speaks to its importance, in my view. Now, off you go. Rose, remove door from hinges. There goes the rest of your build, Grist. Rose, put bathtub back. You probably should have just done this in the first place. John, take totem to alchemitter. Got to get those stupid blocks out of the way first. The kernel sprite is getting awfully worked up about all of this. Rose, remove the blocks. You store the perfectly generic objects in your Fernalia registry, potentially to be deployed at a later time. Next page. Oh. Little animation, you're going to want to see that. And coming up next is a flash that is very important. Ready? Here we go. Matthew McConaughey, Dad, Bruce Willis, Grandma. Ah! End of Act 1. And this is where everybody gets to. Right? Everybody gets to this part of Homestuck. And I'm at the end of the episode here, and we're just going to stop here, you know? And let me just tell you, if you watch whatever episode I make next, you'll make it further. And you're going to be confused. And that's okay, because this is where Homestuck starts. The last 247 pages, basically a prologue. Not even, like, you know what I mean? This is the start of the Homestuck, the end of Act 1, the end of many acts. And it's where the stakes start, you know? There's just a meteoroid that blew up the house, and the curtain closes. And we don't know what's going to happen next. But we're doing a time skip? What do you mean we're doing a time skip? Are we going to see John? I don't know. I do know, but you don't know. Unless you've already read this part, because this is where everybody makes it to, and they don't make it through the next part because they're really confused. And that's okay. You know, we're just on it for the ride. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this one up. I really appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any feedback, let me know, because I like doing voices. If you want me to do a different voice, maybe I'll listen to you. But maybe not, because as we all know, the interaction of creator and fandom is a part of what Homestuck is about. We don't all know that, but I know that. That's a part of my theory. That's why I like it so much. And sometimes the fandom is wrong, and sometimes the fandom is right. But it's all subjective, and it doesn't really matter, because the fandom isn't making it. But it is. Anyways, we're not even at that stage of Homestuck yet, right? We just made it to 1 month in. Or no, 2 months. It started in April. This panel is in June of 2009. So we got through 247 pages and all those animations and everything in just like 2 months. Less than 2 months. So that was kind of insane. Like, the pace of this was pretty intense. And they already had a bunch of fan collaborators, I guess? I don't know who was making that early music, but... well, actually, I did. I list the author. I don't know if he was a fan or if Andrew Hussey made contact with him. Maybe that's some information I'll look up, and I think I might pull out the books too to see if there was any pieces of commentary about those musics or like how those connections were made with that author, I would be interested to hear any of that. But this is all way before my time on the internet. But I think it's an interesting piece of the production of it because obviously, like that music, we set some of the themes that may or may not return in later chunks of the piece. Um, but yeah, I'll look some of that stuff up between episodes and see what I can come up with. But for now, I hope you have a great week doing whatever you're doing, and I hope I'll see you next time as we start the intermission. Well, it's not actually an intermission, just as we start the next part of Homestuck. That's not Act 1. It's whatever is in between Act 1 and Act 2. That isn't an intermission because I'll just stop talking. I can't explain any of this without explaining stuff that hasn't happened yet. All right. Peace out.